o'clock, or a little after. Open the Conservation Commission meeting with myself, Chris, Ed, Kim. First up was the certificate of compliance for 145 Monpont Street, Turkey Swamp. You're not here for that, are you? No. So this was something that was done a while back. So they just wanted to get a certificate of compliance for this. I did not go out to it. I did see pictures of it that
okay.
Pam McSherry had taken and sent to me. It was cranberry bogs. This is again, it looks okay. And I think they just had to they had to have them.
What do they want to have done then? So this is what they want to certify.
They had to. They had to do. So this is what it says. Let's see. Terry cross off and
That's
in
just
here. That's the
signatures.
certificate. The signatures.
So the compliance work regulated by final order conditions. Resources areas, destination issue, value, okay, project certification.
There.
Yeah.
Let's see. So this is from revised in June of this year. Okay. Good, it says that.
Yeah, I'm
Okay, this is what they had done. They had added 29 feet of elevation contour. They added a standpipe, drain pipe.
Oh, okay, so it's fixing it up.
Yeah.
It was like 2009.
That was a project for the ways back. Yeah. Did anybody want to take a look at it, or you just look
No.
comfortable?
Are you comfortable with it?
I'm comfortable with it. Yeah. I'm gonna make a motion for a certificate of compliance.
Put a motion, a certificate of compliance for 145 Monpont Street.
I'll second it.
All in favor?
Aye.
I made a mess of this folder.
No, we just have to sign those.
Yes, this one here, right?
Yeah, I think it was this part.
Yeah.
It's like page 3 of it.
Page 3. Does she have one that she had to sign here?
Oh, it's this in here.
Yes, the one that she had the little sticker on.
I'll go with this.
then,
Yeah, it's about time.
yeah, then we have you. Hi, good, how are you? So this is on Ponce Street for the wetland delineation and restoration proposal discussion.
You guys wanna come on up? Join you guys?
Hello.
Hi members, I'm Brad Holmes with Environmental Consulting and Restoration. It's been a while since I've been in front of you guys.
Well, welcome back.
Thank you. So, I'm working with Amanda and Corey on their property at 01 Ponce Street, and the commission had asked for clarification on the wetland line and some work that was done near the wetland. And then also, one of the questions that came up was the location of the stream that's off-site to the north. So we've been able to respond to that and put together this submittal. And what we did was we redelineated the wetland line just off-site and compared it against the wetland delineation that was done in 2017, and we found that this shaded area is the area that there is a difference that we're proposing to restore. The rest of the wetland wasn't altered. So we put together a restoration proposal on that, which I can show you
Did you
quickly.
receive the packets that I dropped off?
I think we do.
Okay,
We
just wanted to
don't
make sure- yeah.
stamped in too, so.
Let's see, I
Oh,
have
there
in
you go.
here.
That's fine.
Yeah, with this plan here?
Yep.
Yeah.
So what we did was, and so what happens is now there's a cranberry, this is a maintained agricultural cranberry operations, and they ditched a stream around the edge. So, and there's also the mainline stream that runs through the cranberry bog. So there was some question as, where is the perennial stream? Because if this was the perennial stream, it may have an overlap onto the site. And if this is the perennial stream, then it, doesn't overlap onto the site. So what we did was we reviewed aerial and historic topo maps. And actually this comes out really nicely. This is the 1958 US topographic map.
Okay.
And here's our site here, and you can see the stream runs, generally through the wetland here. And then between 1958 and 1964 is when they created the bog. So they rerouted that stream, in and around and through. But the aerial imagery really defines it even better. This is just a blow up of it. Here's the 1971 aerial image. Here's our site here. But you can see there isn't at that time they didn't have this reroute the stream. They straightened the stream
Right
that you
to the
see here through the middle of the cranberry bog. So this, and then they just gave you a blow up of that so you could see it a little better. But so this is the main line perennial stream that would have a associated riverfront area. So we've defined that on the existing conditions plan to answer that. There's the 200-foot riverfront area associated with that stream, so it doesn't overlap onto the project area. The other issue was, as I mentioned, that section of bordering vegetated wetlands. And now that we know from past delineation versus current delineation, we put together a restoration proposal to revegetate that area, and then any of the area within that 50-foot buffer zone, we'd clean and loam and seed it. This would be an erosion control line until that area is stabilized. There's also, I did bring some color copies if that helps too. And you have color, yeah, okay.
Yeah, no.
Yes.
So what we would do is, step-by-step process to repair that section of bordering vegetated wetlands, revegetate it with saplings and shrubs, seed mix, and then also revegetate that area of the 50-foot buffer. So our intent was to respond to what the commission asked for in, I think, early May. And I think we've done that, and we're hoping that we can proceed with that work under the existing order conditions that they already have in effect, so that we don't create another burdensome paperwork.
Yeah, because I know you said either that or a friendly enforcement.
Right.
Or one or the other.
it, kind of more up to the commission, and enforcement orders aren't always, they don't always have to be so scary, in the sense that
Yeah.
it's an order, it
It's
allows
just an
every.
order to do something.
Exactly, and if everybody's in agreement, it's just another mechanism to cover work, within your jurisdiction. So, it's kind of at your, either way would be applicable, but we threw it out to the commission how you
Yeah.
might like to proceed with that.
I'm not too familiar with it, but I love the ideas of fixing up,
Yeah.
putting.
Yeah, first thing we do, put this.
What's the time frame on putting this together? I've
Within a
obviously.
month.
Oh, okay.
How, oops, go ahead, sorry.
No, it's fine.
No,
We think
I
mine's-
do, I like it too, but, I was an associate member on the site visit that
Yeah.
day.
Correct.
So I'm curious if you're in compliance with the fire department before we approve anything. Because,
Oh, because of the area around the pile?
because of the
Like,
area that's
And he
around
went
the
out
pile
there.
and
He's
the
been out
work
there many
area
times,
and
and I don't know if you
He's been out
talked to him,
there
whatever.
many times, yeah.
Man, you can put a subject to talk to the fire department,
But comply, yeah.
Right, exactly,
well,
because
he's been out there a bunch of times. He's drove
Yeah.
in. I don't know if you talked to him or not, because you guys said you're gonna.
I haven't asked
But
for
no,
an
he's a
official
nice guy. He
follow-up,
come in and
so,
just said, don't bring, I want you to, whatever. And
but,
I wanna
yeah.
rotate the pile, because what happens, if it's okay with you, once I put the silt fence up, because you don't wanna, because it gets hot, you don't want the fire like happening down Cledge, so we just wanna move it so, not move it, but just rotate it so there's no, and then,
Well, with all the rain we had, I don't think we have any problem.
yeah, no, what I'm saying is it just,
Because it heats up.
because the pile is
No, it's
it's over here someplace, right around here.
Yeah.
And to move it, it's not a big deal, there's not a whole lot, really, there's not a whole lot left, maybe a couple thousand yards, which won't take that long to get rid of. What we're gonna do is just down the road, and once you get in this, set, so,
Yeah, we didn't want to do anything either until we came in front of the
Came.
commission.
right,
Yeah.
Yeah.
Right,
So
But
if you
the-
want, I can
Yeah, subject to the
go
fire
down to
department.
the fire department.
and get you put a subject to that.
No, we can always do it with approval of the fire department.
for the fire department, we can do that because just as a town board should be working cooperatively.
Yeah, no, that's fine.
With our other
We've had the fire department
departments.
down, the police
Understood,
department, we've had
understood.
you, DEP, and everybody else, so.
So, but I'm really impressed with the colored prints and everything, you did a really nice
Thank you.
job. Thank you
Thank you, I
very
appreciate
much.
it.
for-
Brad,
And how
yeah.
that-
He knows what he's
It's
doing.
very nicely
Yeah,
done.
you can see it.
Yeah, I liked how they,
Understand
1958, the
It
change.
isn't, it looks like a huge area, it's only 2,300 square
plan,
feet,
yes,
it
yeah.
looks huge, I mean, it's scary looking when I just saw it, I have seen it, but it just, there's only 20, not a huge area, but.
And is there any updates on turtles from National Heritage?
course
There's a
not, but-
big, there's a big concern on turtles over there too.
Yeah, I've heard that, but no, it's not, once we get this squared away, we go back, cause what
Well,
we
you don't
have,
have a secretary either to send, because
No.
typically, things were being sent to Lauren, so maybe I can send this to her.
Lauren, the natural heritage?
Yeah,
Correct.
National.
She was at one
Okay.
of the site visits, I believe you
Yes.
met
yeah,
her.
you met her,
Yeah.
she was there, yeah, you met her too.
Yeah.
Yeah,
And we're trying to get, once we get the squared away with you, then we go back to, because she wanted the squared away at the same time, and then we can just keep moving forward.
Right.
And then,
Yeah, but this, I don't
is
think this
very-
affects the turtles
they
right
can
now.
accomplish a lot with
Yeah, this is
everybody
just
working
getting-
together.
Yeah, no,
It'll be
Turtles
less
is down.
stressful for you.
and I'll get, we'll go
Well,
shoot.
Terry originally was sending her, so I don't know how it's really working right now,
Yeah,
but.
there's no secretary right now.
Right,
No,
understood, no, I do know, I do know that, I just,
Yeah.
You want the date of the plan?
But no, I have no problem, like, I let you come on the properties, that was on anybody on the property, but it's,
We have to just make sure there's a balance and
no,
everything's
I wanna,
said and
I wanna
and
put
done,
these in.
it'll be good.
What?
Did I put these in?
The erosion control, did you guys
Yeah.
put the erosion control measures in?
Well, once you set the
We
project,
gotta wait for you to approve it,
Put
and
the
then we're
project.
gonna do
And
it.
then you'll put it in?
Yeah,
Okay. Yeah,
then we'll put it in and then move it again or whatever,
Got
once you
it.
do it once.
and you're putting it along the 50-foot,
yeah, this line here, so, yeah, this
so all
line.
the
Yeah,
erosion
well,
control
yeah, it was
over there.
wondering if we could do the other 50 feet on the other side. Could we do that at the same time? or do we
That's
just-
what he was just asking.
Yeah, the one on the other side of
Yeah,
it.
I'd like
Yeah,
to put silt sock on both, so it's completely,
do them at the same
yeah,
time.
yeah, makes
if
sense.
possible,
That's what we would
50 foot no
prefer to
touch,
do.
Yeah.
if it's okay.
Yeah, no, that's fine.
Okay.
Rather just do it once and then, if it's okay with you. And we'll get a letter from the fire department, she'll go and see him.
You can
He's
send,
been on the property a bunch of
you,
times, he
you
drives
can
me.
send him an email and ask for an update,
Yeah.
and
Yeah, I can do it, sure. I
he
don't
can
know.
send it to Charlie, and Charlie can send it to Chair.
Yeah.
Jason can, I'm sure, can hunt any one of us down.
Yeah.
All right, any more
So
questions?
And I assume you're gonna wanna have it inspected and signed off by snowfall?
Oh, yeah, we'll have
Please,
it,
yes.
please. pretty
As soon
close.
as we get it done, so do I email you, Kathy,
Yeah.
for an inspection? Okay.
Yeah,
I
just,
just wanna make sure I know who to.
yeah, just give me an email and let me know
Of
when you're
course,
ready and I'll come
of
by and
course.
take a look at
Yeah,
it.
and then I can meet you down there. and-
Yeah,
Okay, perfect.
and thoughts on if you guys wanted to do it as an existing order of conditions or the enforcement?
I think there should be a slight enforcement, only because before I was a full board member, you guys had been out before, and.
So
but-
just send out like a letter saying to do that you.
Right, but I'd still issue you guys a work order too at the same time.
Yeah, get this
You know
done.
what I mean?
Yeah, 'cause
I
we'll
do
have the
both,
inspection, whatever,
honestly.
Oh, yeah, because this is
whatever-
just,
Yeah, the enforcement just say
And it's-
implement
Prior
the
to
restoration
me-
plan.
Yeah,
That's
that's all.
easy enough to
Yeah.
do, yeah, then. they
Prior
just
to
give
me
a
sitting on the
permit to
board,
do
there was
the
a
work.
history
yeah,
with this
Sounds
board,
good.
so it just makes sense.
Okay, so
Yeah.
a work
So-
order and then an
It's a paper
enforcement
trail,
of some
it's all
sort.
related.
No,
Right.
I'm
or
fine,
just a, yeah, letter saying that you can do the restoration.
yeah.
Yeah,
You're
we-
putting the silt fence, whatever you want,
Yeah, yeah. Yeah,
Silt
we'll
sock.
do it
Silt
and-
sock, thank you.
Silt sock or silt
Along
fence,
the
whatever it is,
50
both,
foot.
it's either
Yeah,
or, but
yeah.
silt sock, we have the
Silt
thing
sock's
to do
fine.
it. And,
Okay,
And again, we'll give all the fire department tomorrow, or whatever he's around.
sometimes we go down and see him.
Yeah,
You can send him an email, it's not an emergency.
Yeah.
So-
Okay,
I like to get everything, I'm real funny about, once you prove, I wanna get it done, you know, so
yeah,
it's,
no.
it's just,
'Cause then you can get this done and out of the way and,
yeah, please. I just, wanna get it done, but
Yeah.
thank you.
you're welcome.
so you'll send me an email? with-
Yeah, with the letter,
Okay.
I guess. I will figure out how to do that.
Okay. Okay, sounds good.
So do you guys, do you have to vote on it? or-
I think-
Oh,
We
yes,
should
like
vote
one
on
of the, yeah.
You should vote on it.
Yeah,
Yes, please.
the anyone could make a motion for
So we need two
0
motions,
Monpont
right?
Street.
Do we need two motions? One for light enforcement letter to go out, and then a second motion
What is the second
to,
for?
to,
Don't just
Give
make it all
them
part
that.
of one.
Just make one,
I
just
just-
make
I'm
somebody
just
something
gonna-
to,
I was just put it
yeah.
all in the letter, the enforcement letter. No? Just saying what you're going to do.
Okay,
Yeah.
Your biggest
you
thing
don't wanna give
is
them
the
their
fire
work
chief.
order?
Oh, yeah, they have to have that.
Yeah, so
Okay,
that would be
what
the
to do?
second motion.
To be able to,
Which would be that.
yeah, for that work to take place.
There. Okay. So it's it's an enforcement. The enforcement letter is to say to do this.
Yes,
And then we're just giving you the details of what to do in the work letter. Is that it?
yes,
Is that
per
it?
the drawings,
Yeah, I mean,
Absolutely.
per the drawings that have been submitted.
Right, right. I think it could just simply just say, acceptance of the plan, here's your
Acceptance of
enforcement.
plans, with the
Acceptance
covenants,
of the
with-
plan and please,
Yeah.
implement plan.
Yeah.
So you'll write the.
Because
you'll
we
write
have
the
all
letter.
the,
If you word it right, if you word it,
Compliance with fire
if you like, I
if you word it right, so we can just, so it's like,
Right.
you know, how would you want?
yeah, I could help you with it if that helps.
You have his
Yeah.
email, Brad?
Yeah.
You have his email? He-
Yeah. Okay, so who wants to make the motion?
Of how many different things here? Okay, put a motion.
I got it.
Alright,
I make a motion for 0 Monpont Street, map 85, lot 9, to send a enforcement letter out, and ask them to do as is, that the board wants done.
That's on the plan submitted.
And
On the
acceptance
plan
of the,
submitted.
acceptance of the
Acceptance
plan
of the-
and,
Yeah.
approval to proceed
Proceed.
under the enforcement.
Yes, acceptance of the plans and approval to proceed as submitted
As submitted,
and follow up with a
and
letter from
follow
the,
up
with a
with a
letter from
letter
the fire
Fire chief.
department.
from the fire
Yeah.
chief.
Yeah.
okay. Any seconds?
Sounds good. Second?
I'll second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Thank you very much.
No,
Thank you.
Thank
No.
you.
Have a good night.
You too.
You too.
You wanna keep that?
We have one. but-
Yeah, I gave them,
Okay,
I think
all right.
So you
four
can
or
keep that.
five copies.
We have that. Thank you, though.
Okay,
Very thorough.
Thank you. It
helped a lot.
Oh, good.
I do appreciate that.
thanks a lot.
You wanna let Fish and Wildlife know, and you wanna contact.
That's just how it changed when the bug came after.
But here's.
Where is the
Nothing.
folder
This
this
came
one
back.
at?
Because they're active,
So,
they're
just
actively
for you,
washed in the area, but it could
here.
be
Also the ones
there
that,
over
to-
the cranberry bogs. You might not see because they only
Just
lay
in
on your
case.
property.
Yeah, I've never
so
seen
But
that's
if
what
you
they
don't
are
have them
doing.
living there,
Yeah,
all it is
so-
because you're historically known for that.
I added one
Even if they
because
don't
you
be a
didn't
species
have
of
Oh,
concern,
perfect.
Providence
you're
Town
gonna be
guy.
required to have
That's
just-
six to 10 inches.
Thank you.
under
You
the
look at
fence,
it and you see what you
just
think, but I
in
did
case they
agree with
cross
your
your
two.
property. Might not live there, but you're in their travel path, and the great thing about turtles, and especially
Okay, what's the next thing?
Okay, so,
which is thousands.
next thing was
Discussion about the secretary.
discussion about the secretary.
You wanna read those at all?
Yeah.
You wanna go through these?
Older too, and
Read
they
what?
just got
Applications for
Yeah.
secretary.
naturally to just starting to survive. the
Somebody else can read them.
Uh,
So they'll.
You're
do
okay with
well.
anything
They do. They
yeah.
travel the same
Yeah,
path every year.
Okay.
They
Just
lay the same
And-
spot
I don't know, see that.
every year.
Yeah, I heard that if you
That's
take
really
them,
is.
well, when I talked to one of them, take turtles.
Give me any bills?
Move it away.
Huh?
they'll
Give me any bills?
try to
Any
go
mail?
back where it's going.
No
I also
bills,
went home, they didn't put
but
it
see, I
back.
gotta figure out, I may see
Yeah,
Terry
they
one
can
more
be your
time
friend
this
and you
week.
can work around.
I've been sending out bills,
Okay,
Remember-
because I've put
remember
out
too, that
advertisements in the
National Heritage
paper.
doesn't
Yeah.
have you, like you
so
really
I'm
do.
assuming that's gonna come
Like,
back
if
to
you're
us,
not
and I
afraid
have
of
to
them,
approve what I've
Like,
okay.
done, but, okay,
Nobody's
Ken.
around to type up the minutes?
what?
Nobody's around to type up the minutes?
Oh, no, they could, I tell you what, if you wanted to do that.
bring a beer, or
If you
I'll offer
wanted
you a
to do
cup
that.
of I don't drink, so you can only have.
This is,
But-
so you were here for
No,
this
you
one?
did
No,
yours
you
while I was
weren't.
just an entire hour.
There. Hey,
You have
Kim,
millions to spend, sorry.
did you wanna look, do you wanna look through these applications?
Have a good night, thank you.
Have a good night.
Do you wanna look through these applications?
I
Or did
read
you-
a lot of them at home, and I thought they were
Okay.
all very qualified, and
Okay,
which, Selectman Andrews did say to me though, he'd like to see conservation eventually have a agent that does secretarial duties.
Good luck with that one.
you were on that one.
There's no comparable towns that,
I don't know, cause I'm sure an agent would be more money
sure.
than a,
I'm sure an agent's gonna
Secretary.
wanna be more in the field doing
Yeah.
what an agent does as opposed to secretarial work, but
yeah,
you never know.
let's see.
Yeah.
There. So they had done nothing, and but no one in particular for you? No, okay.
No,
no, I thought everybody was,
Yeah, I
I
just,
mean, they were all well qualified, they all.
yeah. Oh, I'm signing
came
this
off
and I
very
was in
well.
here. There. And also, what is everyone's opinion on the secretary either staying under the regulatory board or coming under conservation?
I think they
This-
should be under conservation.
yeah, I'm fine with conservation, so we have our own.
Okay, Chris, do you have any thoughts on it?
I think it should be under, the town,
The regulatory board?
yeah.
This one you were absent. I know. I kinda could go either way. I like the idea.
What's the
that-
pros and cons and,
Well, I think the pros if it was under the, well, ideally, what the thought is if it was under the town, then all the secretaries could cross cover. But if that were the case, we wouldn't be in the position we're in right now because we would have had the other secretaries from other boards kind of stepping up and doing
helping?
the advertising and doing everything else, and no one's been doing that. So,
So no one's,
and I guess the other pro for if it was under the
uh,
town,
check, Chris signed this?
he was absent. That they would be answering to the where they are now, which is the building inspector. But I guess if they were under us, we wouldn't. Well, I don't know. What do you think the pluses are for that?
I think it's better for conservation to have them under conservation because we're, only those involved with conservation have an understanding of what conservation does.
Uh huh.
and that there's just more control. And we know what our employees are doing, and they're not shared with the other departments. And I don't wanna see a secretary be overworked like Terry was overworked.
Was she really overworked though?
She was overworked between all the departments and
But
doing
I feel like that
everything.
she always
and
got everything done here.
She did, but at what cost to her?
Yeah.
Skipping lunch, not having break, working extra nights, having to come in on the weekend. That's not right.
So if they did come under us, then who are they gonna answer to? And
You.
The chairman and the
The
committee.
chairman.
chair, huh?
Yep.
They would
And
have,
as far as, and if there are issues, like emergency issues that
But-
came up at town hall when we weren't here, I would like to think there'd be someone that they could go to though, that's in the town hall.
everybody in town hall can go to Charlie though, that's why we have a town
Yeah, so
manager.
maybe they could, if they could go to Charlie then for any immediate concerns that they might have. If there was like somebody who came up and they didn't know how to manage the situation, if it was something that was escalating. Something like that, they could go to somebody, I guess. Yeah, I guess that's the only thing is like who's gonna manage them.
I would hope that the board would eventually be able to get an agent again and see an agent, and I think that if we put the secretary under us, that eventually they could answer to the agent. And the agent would oversee the day-to-day operations, and we'd be informed, well, the chair would be informed if there was an emergency, handle it, and then it would be discussed during an open meeting. I would assume.
As long as it would still go through the chair, because it's a town board.
Yeah,
That would be,
Yeah, you don't want,
one of my big,
yeah, you don't want someone else to have all the power, we just
right.
right.
bypass it.
That wasn't, that
Oh,
happened
the
before.
agent. Yeah, well, yeah, because the agent would come under the conservation.
Correct. The
They-
agent
they-
works for the conservation
Yeah.
board, not the other way around.
Right, they're here just to help us, to advise us in areas that their expertise is
Expertise.
needed.
Correct.
Yeah. But not to dictate what to do, yeah.
And Chris makes a good point, if we were to ever update the job description, it would need a good overhaul from when it was originally written from the last time a conservation agent was hired. 15, 20? It's been a long time.
It's been a while. Yeah.
And the other thing is
Okay.
if you have someone who reports directly to the board as opposed to in the general, when other departments come in to ask that person to do something,
They're gonna say no, cause we,
exactly.
Yeah. Or,
There's gonna have to be a discussion with the selectmen and Charlie, if that's the way it goes, that, you know, they may be willing to help her do something, but they don't fall under the other people, so don't run them ragged, you know.
yeah,
See where I'm going with that?
yeah,
Can't quite exactly say what I'm,
yeah, you want them intertwined with the other departments, like
Yeah.
somewhat, so things can
yeah.
I
run
think
smoothly on permits and
Yeah, and
everything.
again, that's the other thing too, is if they're solely under us, if for some reason they can't make it to a meeting or can't come in that day, there's not going to be, like I know in the past,
are
if our secretary couldn't make it to a Tuesday meeting, then someone would fill in. It didn't happen often, but it had
Is it
happened.
Arlana? Is that how you pronounce her name?
Yeah.
Yeah.
There's Alana and Joanne are the two that are here, yeah. But I guess we're doing it without a secretary tonight. So I guess on the rare occasion, we could.
And
When's the decision have to be made?
The select board is meeting on the 12th.
yeah, and monthly, they've been having every department come in front of them for updates. And to see how they can help and to ensure that all the boards are cooperatively working together to avoid whatever's ever happened in the past.
Are we meeting again on the 6th?
On the 5th.
Fifth,
So we meet next week.
Okay.
So you can go home and think about it and
yeah, they can
Okay.
come up with ideas.
I would make sure Colleen's here.
brainstorm. Yeah. Get her opinion.
Yeah.
Because I want to, when we go to the meeting on the 12th, I'd like to have the majority opinion, you know,
Yeah, we're on the same
Right,
page.
Yeah.
There's no way I can write all that down as notes. I'm glad he was here to record it.
I think the selectmen have been making it joint meetings too, so we can just have a quorum if enough people show up.
What,
From different boards.
For the 12th meeting?
Yeah.
I think I've already posted
Cool.
for us to go, so
Cool.
we're all set. Or Terry's done it with me watching, should say. Okay. Is there anything else for tonight?
We don't have any bills or anything, right?
We don't. If we do, I just
Yeah, no problems.
am
on
ignorant
agenda
to those
anyway.
at this moment.
No,
Well, let me
just,
look through here, make sure.
just a quick comment going back to 01 Ponset Street. They had
Uh-huh.
stopped me to ask about the turtles,
Uh-huh.
because we had talked
Yeah.
about it before in different with national heritage. And that was it. I was glad they were asking questions though and wanted to know.
Yeah, the key is to get the vegetation in first. And then, are they building something there, or a house or anything?
That
What in
hasn't
Zero
gone.
Ponset? I don't think it's been
No, I don't know what,
determined.
because
yet
I know
what
they're gonna
doing
fix
or-
that up, but
Yeah.
usually they do that to get something else.
Yeah, there's some plan, but nothing, not anything that I'm aware of.
Okay. Sounds good.
I'm sure we'll
Yeah.
find out at some point.
National Heritage wants them to donate some of their property and other things. They have a ways to go and decisions to make, I think.
How much
before they go
property
to
is on that?
planning.
Do they own the cranberry bog? No.
Okay, a motion to adjourn maybe?
All right, I put a motion that we adjourned.
Second?
A second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Aye. All set, thank you.